Hey guys, Natalia Schneimler here. I help boy moms have a better relationship with their sons and themselves by teaching them the tools how to manage their mind so that when anything comes up in life, they know exactly how to take care of themselves and their kids.
Hey guys, how's it going? I totally forgot to tell you in the last episode that something crazy happened to us. We went on a little hike with my two friends and their kids, and we decided to make a fire by the river after the hike. Make a fire, roast some wieners, make marshmallows. And it took us a while to get the fire going. Finally, we got it going. We did it the old school way with all the matches and the kindling and everything. And so we ate, everything was going well. Like we were starting the marshmallows. And then this guy comes up and says, you guys, there's going to be a water release in a couple of minutes. And in 15 minutes, this whole area will be flooded. So right away, we started gathering all of our stuff up and trying to bring it up into higher ground. And as soon as we started doing that, the water started pouring through the river. And within 2 minutes, the whole area where we were was flooded. Not even 15, 2 minutes. And we had two little kids with us, my twins, 7-year-olds, a little dog. And luckily, at one point, some of the kids were going to the other side of the river. So if they were doing that at that time and they were stranded, that would have been that would have not been good. They would have been stranded on the other side. So thankfully, this is when I start to believe that there are other angels or higher power taking care of us, because the guy helped us. He gave us a heads up. He told us what to do. And he saved us, because the water is mountain water. It's freezing. So if the water sweeps up a little kid, you're going to start swimming after, then you're both going to die from hypothermia. So that was a super amazing day, super fun, until you start thinking about how dangerous that was. But it was great. Everyone loved it. And it was a great adventure. And I'm so thankful that someone's watching over all of us. And so I just wanted to share that crazy story with you. So I wanted to today talk about arbitrary rules that we have in our head that we made up, completely made up, but we believe that they're true. We believe that they're the truth to such a degree that we never even realize that we have the rules. We never question them. We never think that they're optional. We never examine, they're just such part of the truth in our life, but they cause us some suffering. Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 of my examples, because I believe in stories and they teach the best. So that's what I'm going to share with you. I'm just having some coffee. So the first one was, not happened to me. I did it to myself. This past summer, and it comes up every single summer for me, because I have the same belief every summer, is that family should want to be together. Family should be together, extended family. Okay. So because I have this belief, and I had this belief, right now I'm questioned it. So I don't believe it anymore. I see it for what it is. It's an arbitrary thing that I made up that was causing me some suffering. So now I no longer believe it like black and white. I just see it as something that was causing me suffering. So I don't no longer buy into that idea. But back when I was buying into that idea, I was really bothered by the fact that some extended family did not want to come spend time with us or the whole family. And it's so ridiculous right now, because now it makes sense to me. I'm like, why would everyone want to be together, right? Doesn't make sense that everyone would want the same thing. It makes sense that everyone's different. Everyone wants different things, and everyone's idea of family is different. And it doesn't make sense that all of extended family would want to spend time together, especially like here in Western Canada, everyone jokes about how, Thanksgiving is amazing and great, and Christmas, but also you have to put up with family, right? Like you can have tough conversations with family, and some people can't stand their extended family, on and on and on. So it's kind of like the coin with two two sides where you love the family but also hate the family. I didn't grow up with it in Russia. We didn't have such rhetoric or such topic of how it's tough to be around family, or maybe I was just a kid. So back when I believed this, I was really upset. I was taking it personally. I was like, this is not right. How come they don't want to see us? They should want to see us. I can't even, I can try to forgive them. And this is just not right. This is just how all families should be. I remember talking about it to some close friends and my coach. And it sounds so ridiculous to me now because I made up this rule myself in my head. It's just and some people that I was talking to, they were saying, well, is that true? Should the family want to be together? And then, of course, I could think of all these times that I didn't want to be with my family altogether. So I'm just sharing this with you because of how ridiculous we make these rules in our head. And then we suffer because of how ridiculous they are, but we don't even realize that they are not the truth. They're just made up. They're so arbitrary. And it does take some questioning of your own beliefs to really see how ridiculous they are, because you don't even realize that they're beliefs. You don't realize that they're the truth. Before I had these conversations, before my coach challenged me, I just thought that this is how the world should be. All the families should want to be together, right? Isn't that the best thing? I didn't realize that I made it up. I just thought that, it's something everyone agrees, and these people are just not following the rules. So now that I've had some perspective, I've had a distance away from this sentence, from this belief, I always think it's funny. It's just so ridiculous. It's so extreme. It's so extreme to expect all these people to behave in this exact same way. It's just so absurd because, first of all, it doesn't happen. And second of all, it makes you miserable when it doesn't happen. So that's one example. Second example happened recently, and it was something small. It was something my husband said about, he was commenting on something my kids were doing. And he said, my kid was saying, Mama, come here, I'll show you something. And it's a secret, but I'm going to show you. Okay. And my husband goes, oh, you want to keep it a secret, but you're telling Mama? And when he said that, I took it to mean as a personal attack on me and my character, and how it's not a nice thing to say about me from a husband. And so I was really upset. I'm like, how dare he? And so when I kept on digging, asking myself, why does this make me upset? What I came to after a couple of questions is that husbands should never say not nice things about their wives. And as soon as I uncovered that and noticed the should, first one was a should, families should something, something, husbands should something, something. As soon as I uncovered it, I realized, well, of course it's unrealistic. Like, why would I expect that? He's a human. I sometimes do something not nice and he can say something not nice about me. Like, this just such a black and white statement. Of course, it will never be true. And as soon as I saw it, I released it, and I was no longer upset because I saw the lie that I was believing. Husbands should only say nice things. Like, that will make me miserable sometimes when my husband says something. And the funny part is he didn't even say anything not nice about me, because I asked him, like, what did you mean? He's like, well, I was just questioning the kid who wanted to keep it secret, but why is he telling other people, right? So he wasn't even saying anything that nice about me, but it uncovered my belief about what husbands should do. And I have a very strong agenda of how husbands should only say nice things. Otherwise, I'm going to be upset, right? Again, ridiculous, right? Because life is 50-50. I'm 50-50. He's also going to be 50-50. So that one is also, I think, can cause a lot of suffering, but it would be super subconscious belief that you think is just how life should be, the truth. And if you don't uncover it, then you can't really get distanced away from it. You can't release it. You can't be unupset. Okay. The other one about kids I had recently is that I was upset about something the kid did or didn't do. And actually, it was a few things that my kids, with time, being late, or not taking care of stuff. And I was getting upset, and I asked myself several times why this makes me upset. And the answer to the underlying answer was because they don't care. I was upset. I'm like, they should care. They don't care. Again, notice the should. The first one was should, second should, this one should as well. And these shoulds are about the rest of the world, but you can't control the rest of the world. So you're bound to suffer sometimes when the world doesn't follow your should. So that's why I'm suggesting we drop these arbitrary rules, at least sometimes. At least sometimes we notice them. And as soon as I uncovered each one of them, I had a relief from the anger, the frustration, the upsetness, because I was no longer buying into the arbitrary rule. And that's what I want you to do the same, right? Just kind of get some distance from these things. Don't suffer as much, basically. Once you know a couple of them, the same ones show up in your life. It's not like you have 100 of them. It's going to be like 5 same ones that show up. Like, people should treat you well, and kids should care about everything. Kids should care about the time and the stuff and blah, 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 and the siblings and all that stuff. So the kids, and I was so upset. I'm like, they just don't care, which is not true. Because when I talk to them and they say, we do care, we just don't know, we didn't notice we were playing, blah, blah, blah. So then I get a kind of awakened from the misery, awakened from my ridiculous arbitrary belief rule, and then I see it for what it is, that I was believing something that wasn't true, and the kid does care, and they do mean well, and they're just a kid who's learning, who needs some guidance, who needs a reminder, blah, blah, blah. So I invite you to challenge your own arbitrary rules that you made up in your head that are how you think the world should work, the world should be, other people should behave. And if you are upset when this doesn't happen, then kind of see it as an arbitrary rule that you made up that you can sometimes put down, right? Because sometimes we might want to choose to have these things. Like, if my husband actually says something to me that I think is unacceptable and I thought it through, I'm like, no, then I will have a conversation. And I'll be like, no, this is not okay, dude. Like, I didn't sign up for this. And you have a conversation, and then he can explain more what he means, blah, blah, blah. But with the family one, it's really funny, because then I realize even I sometimes don't want to spend time with the whole family. So it's something that we can make up that makes no sense at all. But if we never look at it, we never have a chance to be free from it. We never have a chance to move on and not be upset. Then we keep being upset that people are not doing what we think they should be doing. All right, guys, please, seriously, if you want to have control of how you're feeling, no matter what the other people are doing, come talk to me. 6 to 10 weeks of once a week coaching can get you such an amazing base perspective of how to approach what comes up in your life, how to think, how to question your thinking. And from there, you're going to have the tool of how to handle anything that comes up in life. Okay, so sign up. It's completely free. First session, www.coachingnatalia.com. I would love to see you, answer all your questions. I love you, and I hope you enjoy my mess up stories. Come listen to me and watch me on YouTube. If you haven't yet, say hello, look at my office/guest room, which you can't see. All right, have a great week, and I'll talk to you after my sailing course. Bye. And I'm on a roll.